The news of Osama bin Laden's death brought back strong emotions for people in the United States. But how is the Muslim world reacting? For that, we are joined by Jere Van Dyke. He is a CBS News consultant who has reported extensively from the Middle East. Jere, thanks for being with us.
Good morning, Ben.
So how will Osama bin Laden be remembered?
He will be remembered by more militant groups in a very positive way. The Muslim Brotherhood, the strongest, the most extensive Islamic movement in the world, didn't really condemn the United States in its English language release, but in its Arabic release called Osama bin Laden Sheikh bin Laden and called him a martyr, a shaheed. Throughout the Muslim world, among militant groups, he is now considered a martyr. This puts him in a status completely different from a normal person. Revere him. All Muslim governments, however, Saudi Arabia, Syria, Jordan, Pakistan, silence. Not one word at all from any Pakistani
And I want to ask you about that because, you know, his popularity has waned in places like Jordan, the Palestinian territories. So is Al-Qaeda still relevant?
I don't think these polls that we hear are necessarily all accurate. What Al-Qaeda did, led by Osama bin Laden, was kill a lot of civilians, 100%. But he was seen in the eyes of a great many depressed people, people who don't have a lot of money, particularly young people, as a hero. So the governments do not want to alienate any of their population, particularly at this particular time, because these governments are in a very precarious position. The Iranians, Shiites, different from the Sunnis, of course, said it's no longer necessary for the United States to be in Afghanistan. Leave. They don't want to be surrounded by in Iraq with the U.S. on the west and the U.S. and Afghanistan in the east. And now they want to use this as an excuse for the United States to leave. Pakistan is the most interesting one because they did not say one thing at all. The General Musharraf, former President Musharraf, said that we went against Pakistani sovereignty. But he also said it's very good for Pakistan because bin Laden was waging war against Pakistan itself. He's trying to turn this. But here in the West, the United States is very happy. I had a friend in England say, yes, you're happy, but the rest of us are going to pay the consequences. Every single militant Muslim group around the world called for revenge.
Let's dig deeper into Pakistan because a U.S. document that was leaked says that Pakistan's intelligence force is pretty much on par with, say, the Taliban and Al-Qaeda. Given that and the fact that Osama bin Laden was killed deep inside Pakistan and the fact that this was a U.S. operation, not in conjunction with Pakistan, what does this do for the relationship between the U.S. and Pakistan?
I think it's at its lowest point in the history of Pakistan, which was founded in 1947. What you said is correct. Admiral Mullins, chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, said on Pakistani television not 2 or 3 weeks ago that the Pakistani government, meaning in this case the Pakistani military, is working hand in hand with the Taliban. And now we had this, the prospect here, or the result of the United States unilaterally going deep into, use President Obama's words, in the heart of Pakistan, in a town called Abbottabad, where I have worked, where there are 2 main military bases. It's right next to Kashmir. This is outside of this place is where everyone says that Pakistan trains its militants for Kashmir. This is a very, very dangerous thing for Pakistan to deal with. That is why I believe Pakistan has not said anything. Now, in my own experiences over many years, working as a journalist in Pakistan, Afghanistan in the 1980s as a newspaper reporter, and now in 2000 onwards working for CBS and then being captured, on both sides of the Afghan-Pakistani border, not one single Pakistani or Afghan leader, tribal leader, or common person said to me, you will ever find Osama bin Laden along the border. You will find him kept by an institution somewhere deep inside of Pakistan, which has proved to be the case. They all feel that the United States is at war with Pakistan in a certain way, and that Pakistan is playing this double game that you alluded to, and it's going to think. They're going to have a lot to answer for because you and I are discussing it now. The entire American public wonders why in the world was Osama bin Laden in the middle of Pakistan and no one could find him.
Well, given that information, some U.S. lawmakers are saying, hey, maybe we should rethink how much aid is given to Pakistan. So should we cut Pakistan off when it comes to aid? What kind of reaction, what kind of problems could that create?
I think the United States, to a degree, is afraid of Pakistan. Don't forget, it's been almost a year now since the young man tried to set off a bomb in Times Square here in New York. We are afraid that there might be a lone wolf who will be trained along the tribal areas, will come here and harm us. Lashkar-e-Taiba, one of the most militant groups, waged war against India in Mumbai. Could they do some work in the West? And there are many people who feel particularly in Pakistan, that the United States, more than anything else, is afraid of the nuclear warheads, the nuclear arms that Pakistan has, and that we do not want to lose contact with this very, very critical, in some cases ally, in other cases perhaps a bit of an enemy.
Very interesting to see how all of this does play out. We do appreciate your insight, though. Jerry, thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks.